Actually standing right here, right in front of the site where on October 1st, 2017, our lives have forever changed and Las Vegas became a different place and a different community altogether. This is my YouTube channel. If you guys are just tuning in or watching this, I thought it would be apt to bring you a live stream so we can take a look at what happened and maybe what's been done to never have it happen again. And then after that, we're going to go take a look down at the actual memorial site, which is on Las Vegas Boulevard. So I had a bit of a technical difficulty the first time I did this. Looks like I have a viewer in the stream, so thank you so much. This is not a monetized video. I don't care about monetization with this one. I just want to show you guys a little bit of what it was like to be here. And if you guys want to ask questions, you can go ahead and ask questions. So where am I standing right now? In my last part one, before I lost all internet connection, I was coming down this little back road here, which is actually Glass or Goss. I can't read it from right now. This is right by the Mandalay Bay. What's interesting about this part, hey Anthony, what's interesting about this area is when you can see here where that white car is, that's actually the festival site where the festival was taking place. And we can of course see the Mandalay Bay up here, and we also have the two twin pillars of the Ferris wheel that never was. And on the other side over here, we have actually the exact place where the Hangover movie was filmed. In the first Hangover movie, there's a part where Mr. Mr. Chow gets out of a car and he beats everybody up, and that's right here at this exact dirt plot. So what happened was simple and tragic and horrible, and I hope it never happens again to anybody, because although it put a bump in our business, gosh, I know the entire industry I work in has never really been the same. The people that had the misfortune of being here were basically stuck behind these same green fences. These are not new green fences. These are the same green fences that existed the day of. And these green fences were just basically a perimeter, so people couldn't peek in and see a free concert, and they ended up being something a lot more sinister when everything came right down to it. So I can't say certain words in this stream. I can't say anything that involves firearms, like I can't use those terms, but I don't need to tell you guys what actually happened. You probably already know. So we have the festival site. I did a video a while back about how MGM said they were going to use this for Raiders parking before they turn it into an actual memorial park. And for the longest time, this area was completely off limits. You couldn't really go anywhere. Down there is the Vegas sign. That's where we're going to go. And I'm just parked right over here. And we have these apartments, the Oasis. A lot of casino workers live at the Oasis. When I did computer fix-it jobs in the past, I've been in the Oasis apartments. They're not exactly the Ritz-Carlton, but you know, they're a place to live. That's near where you might be working on the main strip right over there. So yeah, we're across. A lot of people here are giving their respects to the area. These are the two towers that somebody tried to. He was up there and he was apparently trying to hit those towers from there. However, those towers actually contain jet fuel, which is used for support services for all the airports around here, because we have the little executive airports and stuff like that. And he didn't use them. If he did pierce them, they would just basically drain. Nothing would happen. And it was a waste of life. Sorry about my first live stream dying on me. It happens sometimes, especially when my phone overheats, which it did. So I'll have to run the air conditioner in my car. You know, the weather in Vegas is a nice, perfect 70-something degrees. And you can see even right here, you know, we have some first responders going somewhere, doing something. It's actually quite common to get first responders in Las Vegas like that all day long. They'll come in and you'll hear them and hear the sirens wailing. Of course, everything in the casino is a liability, so if somebody feels a little pain in their chest, you have to call them, or if somebody's dehydrated, you have to call them. You have to call those people, because if something were to happen, you would be in big trouble. If you didn't give them the proper medical care, then you're liable. And there's a lot of conspiracies, as I mentioned in part one here, of what really happened, and there's a lot of things that people try to do to reconcile what's going on and try to figure out why this all happened. The truth is, you know, there's really no conclusive solution as to why this really happened. No one's going to tell you an exact story, and it was just such a strange turn of events. So, look at on the air conditioning, and hopefully that's not too loud for you guys, so I can make sure that my phone doesn't do a dumb thing and overheat. And I get to back up. So this is a part of Vegas that people hardly ever get to see. You know, this is like, they actually filmed American Ninja Warrior on that little plot of land I just showed you a few minutes ago. And when they film that, they film it at about 2 or 3 in the morning. Because generally that's when in the summertime it does get cooler in Las Vegas, believe it or not, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, they filmed that so early in the morning. I gotta get turned around here, so let me just do that. Because I gotta get back to the main strip. When we get to the main strip and we get to the Vegas sign, we're simply going to, you know what, nobody's around, nobody sees what I'm doing. Off-roading with Steven. When we get to the Vegas sign, we're just going to do a minute's worth of observance. And I don't need to give you my thoughts. That's not what this is all about. Oh yes, 1 a.m. See, my suspicions were true. I heard it was 2 or 3, but 1 in the morning. Imagine if you're a performance athlete and you're told that now the thing that you've been training for at 2 in the afternoon for 4 years is happening at 1 in the morning. Hashtag Vegas Strong. Thank you for going live. Oh, no problem, Art. Thank you for watching live. At one point, that live stream had a lot of views. Can you do me a favor, everybody out there? Share this on your social media. If you're in a browser tab or whatever, you can always come back to the live stream. Share it on your social media. That would be great. If you're on YouTube and you have YouTube Premium, you can always listen to me in the background. And I would like to get views up on this so people can see, because it's an important historic event. I've been told that if you mention anything at I've been told that if you mention anything about this at the Mandalay Bay, you can get banned. I don't know if that's true. Jonathan's asking if the DMV sends people a notice about the ID thing. Hey, Jonathan, I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to focus today on the subject matter at hand. I don't know if your local DMV sends you a notice, but you might want to consult their website to see about your ID. And if not, you just got to bring all your documents. So when you get to the airport, they say, show me your papers, like back in the old days. All right, so we're going to be at the Vegas sign in a few minutes. This place was a makeshift memorial for weeks upon weeks upon, even months after the actual event happened and transpired. And I don't know if the Mandalay Bay is renting out the room. I sure as heck hope they're not, but money is money, so you never know what they're going to do, right? Yeah, I got my phone near my fans because the phone's getting warm again. Phones heat up when you use the camera and it's in the sunlight, so hopefully we're going to be okay this time because I'm being smart. SMRT. My wife and I incidentally got married near the Vegas sign as well. Yes, Brenda, I'll definitely be careful driving and reading. Yes, Cesar, I am back. It's weird because I went to restart the live stream and I could usually just exit and re-enter and it just wasn't letting me do it. It just wasn't having any of that today. It said, nope, no live stream for you. So I had to do a new live stream called Part 2, which is French for 2, or doo-doo. Oh, I just put that together. Doo-doo must be French for Part 2. So this is just a chill kind of video, guys. I don't want to be over the top boisterous. It is a somber day. All of our lives changed that day. It didn't matter what you did or who you were or where you were from. Everything was different from now on, and security was ramped up, and it was difficult to watch this community have this tragedy upon it. And it's like when you watch these things on the news and you see something that happens in San Antonio or Orlando or, my gosh, I don't know which one the Gantt terminal is. Maybe that is right. Yeah, I know he's talking about, Cesar's talking about the secret terminal that flies people in and out of Area 51, I believe. All I know is that little back street, Cesar, is really bad for cell phone reception. Like, you don't lose your reception entirely, but you have no bars, and it's really impossible to communicate back there digitally. I'm sure you can make a phone call. So we're gonna have to park the car, and parking at the Vegas sign is gonna be really, really hard today, I have a feeling. And we're gonna have to figure that out. I have a feeling I'm gonna park at the little church to the west, which is just on the left-hand side. And my wife would kill me if I did not mention that we got married at the little church to the west. And I would like to do a full-on video on that, but there's some things that are hallowed and you don't want to mess them up, especially when it's the wife. So Cesar is one of our Vegas resident absolute experts, knows everything about the city. So he knows all the ins and outs. Probably a little bit better than I know, which is pretty neat to have as a viewer. That's pretty awesome. Oh man, lots of traffic down here today for obvious reasons. It's a very important day in Las Vegas, and I should have made a turn, but I didn't make a turn because I do believe I overshot where the little church of the west was, but that's okay. We'll get there somehow. Can't park at the fire department. So we have welcome sign parking, as you guys may know. That's a new-ish feature. And the Vegas sign has been absolutely important and iconic to the city for a very, very long time. So we could risk parking at Terrible Herbs head office over there. We could risk trying to find a parking spot at the Vegas sign, but as you can see, there's already a bunch of people parked there. Or we can go our own way, as the song says, and we can find parking somewhere else. So let's just loop around the back of the street here. Ooh, there's a lot of traffic over there too. So let's just figure this out together. Look, people are parking right up on the dirt. So I guess that's always an option for you too. So getting to the Vegas sign is actually a bit of a chore if you're driving here, as you guys can see. Jonathan's asking when I'm going to do another video with my wife. I don't know. She does not like being on camera. She did it that day, but she's not a huge fan. I'm the attention grabber in the family, I guess. So I don't know when the next wife video will be coming up. I should mention that I'm holding this camera up with my arm straight out, so I have massive lactic acid buildup. That's fun. So we do have the executive terminal over here. I went once. I'm going to try to park at the Harley-Davidson shop, and we will get there. Funny thing about these live streams, the longer you're on a live stream, the more people come in and see what you're up to. So if they're coming in now, I guess they're getting the better part of the video, because we are at the Vegas sign right now, and we're going to go check out the Las Vegas sign. So feel free to discuss, where were you guys when you first heard about this event? Were you living in Vegas? Were you planning on visiting? One person in this channel, Scooby, said that she was actually scheduled to move to Vegas that month. Then she held off for a little bit and decided to come the next month. So I don't think this is the entrance to Harley. It's not. It's terrible. So we could try to find some parking at the Harley-Davidson dealership right here. I'm surprised that they haven't roped it off for looky-loos like us to go and explore it. So I don't see any signs that say valet parking $17, and I don't see any signs that say don't park here unless you walk into our store. So we're going to park right at the Harley-Davidson. And now we're going to go and take a look at the 58 Cross Memorial. And it's significant because 58 people departed at this point, or Earth realm, and wherever they go. So let's see what my battery life is like. My battery life is sufficient. I'm unplugging it, and I shall get out of my car. This is the boring part of the video, isn't it? Alright. Oh, goodness gracious. Old man noises. Brenda came a month later. It's like they say in New York City, where like they say in New York City that everything was different after the 9/11 incident, and everything was different in Vegas. And you can't compare the two, but you can compare the two, because one loss is as bad as 3,000 losses, is as bad as 58 losses. Brian was at work when the news broke out and had a friend who was shot in the leg by the bad dude. That is terrible. That's horrible to hear, Brian. I'm glad your friend survived. I have a friend who was supposed to be at that same concert, and he had friends that were at that concert, and thankfully everybody got out okay in that case. Oh, man. So I guess what I'm gonna do, this video, by the way, it's not fun. I'm doing this because somebody asked me to, and that's fine because I generally would be smart to listen to my subscribers. They know what's good. But yeah, there's a fire station near here, guys. So we got the local news down here, news crews. We're gonna try to get over into the crosswalk because it doesn't seem like a good idea to just walk across the street. These are our buses in Vegas, by the way. I did a video on buses on the channel. If you're ever curious, you want to be a looky-loo and take a look at that. We can walk outside the bollards just to be fun. Look at me, I'm a rebel. That's right, Fire Station 11. We're up by Bally High. There was a rumor that they were going to be building the Raiders Stadium down here, but it never came to pass. If you guys are just watching, I've done a lot of different videos on the channel. I'm sorry if I'm not a ball of fantastic energy pandering for super chat donations, because that's not what this is all about. This is just about observance today. Besides, I don't pander for super chat donations. Ever. Yep. So, I feel like I'm not being very entertaining today. We have some of the most expensive billboards in the city right here as you're coming into town. They're all owned by MGM, so it's MGM, MGM, MGM. One side advertises Cirque, the other side advertises restaurants. However, for a while, it was advertising some guy that was going to be on the news, and I can't remember his name, so I guess they weren't that effective of an advertising instrument. And I'll probably go back and grab my GoPro and shoot some proper video of this just to have it up there. I didn't get to do photos or video at the memorial 2 years ago. I just, with my wife in the Philippines and all these things, I had to focus on work, and it's hard to focus on work when something this big happens. So yeah, I just didn't think of it. But we are now 17 minutes in, and everybody who's here is a sure trooper. Share this on my social media. Give it a like if you guys have the heart to do so. Not to say that you like the content of the video, but just that you like the video. That the video exists. That somebody went out of their way today, took time off work, drove down the strip through traffic, and did this so you guys can get a perspective of what it's like here today. So it looks like we got the walk sign. Okay. So we got the Vegas sign. I'm not going to talk about the Vegas sign today. There's tons of history I could go over and statues and stuff. I'm not going to do that. That's not what today is. Today's not take your picture with the Vegas sign day. So what I'm going to do is, as we walk past these 58 crosses, which is sad as heck, I'm going to just stop talking, and I'll ask that you guys don't chat for just a minute. We'll time it out. So there you go. So that's it. Um, now would be about a good time to tell you that if you have family, you should probably tell them that you love them. Like, if you have somebody in your life that you're mad at, or if you have somebody in your life that you don't get along with, just look past stuff. 'Cause you don't know. 58 people didn't know. 58 people have families. They have brothers and sisters, and they came to a concert in Las Vegas to see stars that they've always wanted to see. And they saved up, and they spent their money, and then they were just taken away. So if you have family members that you need to talk to them, because life is really short. Stop complaining about stuff, because there's people that have it way worse than you, and even the people who look like they have it way better than you might have it way worse than you at any given moment. So I don't know. I remember where I was. I remember being woken up by my wife and thinking, Vegas is done. Like, how am I ever going to get her back here? How am I going to help my family overseas? And it wasn't done. It was just tough for a long time. And I'm sorry, I didn't want to come down here because it was just tough. But life goes on, and everybody can be memorialized, and I don't know what to tell you. So hug a family member today, or reach out to somebody that's frustrated you in the past, or just send them love through the air, or whatever you believe in. And I don't think I'm going to come back here and film with my GoPro, because I don't want to be reminded of how I felt that day, and I don't want anybody to think I'm exploiting this, because I'm not. So I gotta go. Thanks for watching with me. I'm sorry I turned into a giant baby, but I love all you guys for watching, and if it would help somebody to appreciate their family, why don't you share this on their social media, or send it to them in a direct message, or email it to them, and you can jump them ahead directly to that time, where tell them to go to the blankety blank time. I think it was like 19 minutes, so they don't have to watch all the BS, but just remind them that it could all just change in a heartbeat. Okay, I gotta go. Sorry about all that, and I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Somebody tell me a joke real fast. No, don't do that. It's not appropriate. I'll figure it all out. I'm gonna go work hard for my family now. So you guys are awesome. If you want to email me, you can email me using the email in the description of every video. I have to put it into this one. I have email if you guys want to reach out. If you guys need a person to talk to, find someone to talk to. Hug a family member today. Have a great day. Bye, guys.